Hello everybody, welcome back to coding a random message broadcaster. We left off right here where we made the command for setting a new delay. So let's pick up right there. The first thing you're going to want to do is handle an exception in case this attempt execution fails. So then you're just going to want to copy this, paste inside, and you'll have this, right click delete, right click insert string. Let's type and see, so it's light red. Delay must be set to a whole number. And there we go. So that'll be, if I wrote /AB space set delay space, and then for instance a word like apple, so /AB set delay apple, it'll send me this because it's asking for a number, not a word or characters. So after that, we are going to put an else statement. Let's do else. And this is saying if it is not equal, if our first argument is not equal to set delay, then what we're going to want to do is check what it is equal to. So if is equal, let's say command argument, where it says int right click number 0 and insert string, and if it is equal to remove message, then we're going to want to get the message index, so set local variable, call it message index, and we're going to say it's a command argument, insert number, and set it to 0. Now, oh no, sorry. You're going to want to set this to 1. And actually, let's do it like this. Cut this. Let's right click insert method, and let's say integer, and parse int from string, and then paste that. So there we go. Basically that's saying if you have given a number, it's in string form because we wrote it as a command argument, and it's going to turn it into a number. So then we're going to set a local variable right under that one, and we're going to call it messages list. And in here we're going to do another method, so insert method, configuration, org.bukkit.configuration, get list from string, and then we are going to do right click insert method, type Java plugin, get config from this plugin, and then the path will just be a string called messages, just like that. And then we are on to the next step, which is grabbing the actual index. So we're going to do, let's do this, because the list starts at 0 and goes up from there. People aren't going to really know that. They're just going to type in 1, 2, or 3, but actually it's 0, 1, 2. I don't know if that just made any sense, but if not, just do what I do. So then we're going to do set local variable and call it actual index. Set it to math, insert variable, say message index, and we're going to set it to subtract mode, and we're going to subtract 1. Now we do an if statement, and we're going to put some Boolean logic. And we're going to do a number comparison. So if variable actual index is greater than or equal to 0 and another number comparison, and actual index, variable actual index is less than or equal to, then insert a method, and we're going to say list java util.list, and then size, and then insert a variable, and that is our messages list. So this is saying if it's greater than or equal to 0, so 0, 1, 2, 3, and so on, and it is less than the amount of messages we have set in our config, then it'll continue. And so then we're going to do method inside of this if statement. We're going to say, list. Let's do list, java.util.list, remove from int, and then we're going to insert variable, messages list, and insert our actual index. Because that is subtracting, just removing whatever message is found at this index. So then you're going to want to save your configuration. So do method. Let's do I don't know if I want to do it this way. Yeah, let's do it this way. So we'll do class of Java plugin, save config, and then this plugin. And that will simply save the config. So after we removed the message, of course. And then we're going to insert another method. And we're going to send the command sender a message just saying that we deleted the message and it worked. So send message from string, command sender will be command sender. And then we're going to do, let's do method of chat color, org.bucket.chat color, translate alternate color codes, and then insert a string, and then we're going to do string concatenation. And for this, we're going to say insert string, and let's do and a message at index number, and then this will be our variable, message index, not actual index, because we just want to tell them the same number that they input so they don't get confused. And then plus insert string, and let's say and a was removed from config, exclamation mark. And then we're going to say another else statement, so else, and this one is basically saying that if the number was too low or too high, then it's going to run this code. So we're going to say another one of these, so right click, copy, paste inside, and we're just going to say, let's delete this, insert string, and C for light red, please enter a valid message index number. And then, that might be all we need. Yeah, okay, no, let's do, again, let's do this same thing. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna grab the messages list, and then from the messages list, we're gonna send another message. So copy, paste after, command sender, send message, to the command sender, and we're gonna do chat color, translate alternate color codes, and then delete this, do string concatenation, and then we are going to insert a string here. So insert and see message index must be less than or equal to the amount of messages set in config.yml in brackets or open bracket, and then right click insert method, class of string. This will be java.lang.string, and then concat string, and then we're gonna write right click insert method. This will be list, and then size, and insert variable. This will say messages list, and then for the last string it'll just be it'll just be another string, and let's do ANSI closed bracket. And so basically what that's doing is, let's say I had 3 messages set in the config like I do, and then I wrote the number 4, or I wrote the number, for instance, 0. Then what it's going to do is it's going to run this code, and it's going to say, please enter valid message index, in brackets number, and then it's going to send another message that says, message index must be less than or equal to the amount of the messages set in config.yml. In brackets, it'll say the max number that we can put. So you could even say 1, 2, or 1 dash, and then this here, but for what I'm gonna say, I'm just gonna say this. So then after all that, you're gonna want to put an else if statement. So where is that at? Else if, put it at the very bottom here, and we're gonna say else if is equal, right click insert method, list, java.util.list, size, and we're gonna say command arguments. So if the amount of command arguments is equal to 1, then we're gonna do if statement inside here, and we're gonna say another is equal, and we're gonna write in, or we're gonna do command argument int of number 0, and if it is equal to reload, so if we typed /ab space reload, then it's gonna run this information or code right here. So then we're gonna do method, let's do bucket scheduler, and let's do cancel tasks, and we're gonna right click insert method, bucket space And then we're going to write get scheduler. And then we're just going to say this plugin. And so what this does is it gets all of the running tasks, which is currently only going to be this one, and it is going to cancel it. And then what you want to do is just put a method, class of Java plugin, say reload config, and this plugin. And then we're going to do another method where we send a message to the command sender. So right click, copy, paste after, and we're going to say, let's delete this, insert string, and a successfully reloaded, let's just say auto broadcaster. And then we're gonna do, we're just gonna come in here, right click, copy on the scheduled task, and then you're just gonna do paste after. Because we canceled all of the tasks that are currently running, it's not gonna run the loop again unless we paste it and we run it again. So after this, what you're gonna want to do is let's do an else statement at the very bottom of this dark blue. So else statement, and then let's write an if statement. You could do else if, but I'm just gonna do it this way. Is equal, and then let's say command argument, insert number 0. If it is equal to, let's say, cast random as a string. So if I typed /ab cast random, we're going to make it send a random message from our config. So let's do set local variable. Let's do task random. Insert new object where the class is random, java.util.random, and we're going to say new random. And then we're going to do set local variable, and this will be the messages list. And we're going to insert a method, configuration, or .bukkit.configuration, get list string, insert method, Java plugin, and get config, this plugin. And then for the path, we're going to insert a string and type messages. After that, you're going to want to get the current index again. So let's do set local variable. Let's do current index is equal to method random java.util.random next int, and we'll do not that one, next int, sorry, we're going to do this one, and then we're going to put insert variable task random, and then we're going to right click insert method list java.util.list size, and we'll get the size of our messages list. So messages list, and then we're going to send the random message to our chat. So we'll do bucket space, enter that, and then broadcast message string, and we will do insert method chat color, which is org.bukkit.chatColor, and then translate alternate color codes, insert a string and an insert variable current. Oh, sorry, we didn't get current message yet. So let's just say current message, and then do set local variable, put it right above this bottom one. Name it current message, which is going to be insert method, class of list. And we're going to say get int list is our messages list. And the index is our variable of current index. And so basically what all this is doing is it's setting a new random object. So this is what you use to get random numbers or things from a list, whatever you need. And so then we get our messages list. So this is just the section of our config called messages. And then all of what it contains. So the list of messages, whatever is inside of messages. And then we're going to get our current index, which is a random number between 0, I believe, and the size, which is the amount of messages in our messages list. So 0 to the max number of messages, and it gets a random number. And then our current message is we're getting the list of our messages again, and we're just getting whichever message is at the current index. So let's say our current index was 2, and our second message in our list said, hello world. Then it would do list, find the second message in the list, and that's our current message. And then you're broadcasting that current message to the server. And so that is how you do your cast random. That all works now. And what we're going to do next is an else statement. So let's put it at the bottom here. Else, let's do an if statement. Is equal, and then we're going to say command argument, insert number 0, and if it is equal to the string of view all, then we're going to want to do a command thing that lists all of the messages that we have in the list. So let's do copy on messages list, right click, paste inside. And then we're going to do a list loop, and we're going to insert variable, which is messages list. So this is looping through all of the messages. And it's going to do a method of command sender, send message, string, command sender is command sender. And then we're going to do insert method, chat color, org.bucket.chat color, translate alternate color codes, insert a character, string, and then this string here, we're actually going to click it and then type loop value. And basically that's saying the loop value is the message that it's currently on in the loop. So it'll send you all of the messages, one by one after the other. And that's all you need for view all. Next, we're going to do another else statement, and we're going to put this one at the very bottom here. And we're going to say an if statement. So if number comparison, and we're going to insert method list java.util.list size command argument, and let's say it is greater than 2. So if I've put 3 arguments, 4, 5, it'll go to this. And we might actually, yeah, no, this is good. So we're going to do that. And then we're going to do our messages list again. So right click, copy, paste inside. And we're going to do set local variable. Let's call it full message. Insert a method with class string, java.lang.string. And we're going to say join. And then char sequence iterable, just like that. And our delimiter, so this is what character is between each string that is being joined together. And so basically, we're just going to write a space bar, just like that. And then the iterable, we're going to insert a method. And we're going to say list, java.util.list, sublist, int to int. And then we're going to say the list is our command arguments from index, which will be 1 or higher. So 1 to insert method, java.util.list. So let's just write list. And then do size of our command arguments. So from command argument 1, which is if we did, let's say, hold up one second. So if we did, we're actually going to want to put this else statement, I think, possibly in here. No? Okay, so we do put it there. So if our command arguments are greater than 2, basically we're saying if I wrote, we're going to want to cut this too, and we're going to say if statement, if command, is equal, if command argument, insert number 0 is equal to our string of, we're going to do set message. Yeah, let's do it like that. And then paste inside. And then we get this. So we're saying /ab space set message. You could even write add message. Let's do that. /add message space. And then it'll get all of the words that we put afterwards as full message. So, the next thing you're going to want to do is put a method under here, and we're going to say list, and we're going to say add object, and we're adding it to the messages list. So we'll do messages list, and our object to add is going to be the variable full message. And then we're going to want to save the config again. So method Java plugin. Oh no, we're actually going to want to do configuration. Sorry. Configuration org.bukkit.configuration set string object. And the configuration here is going to be a method of Java plugin class, and then git config this plugin, the path that we want to set the new message in. So that will just be messages, insert a variable, and that will be our messages list, because we just added a message to it, so we're gonna just reset it. And then we're gonna save the config, so method Java plugin, save config, and then this plugin. And then we're going to do another method that just tells the command sender that it worked, we added the message. So send message string, the command sender is command sender. And then let's do a method. The class is chat color or .bukkit.chat color. Translate alternate color codes. Insert string, the and symbol. And then we're going to do string and a successfully added new message to config.yml. Perfect. And so now that is your fully working plugin. You've got commands, all that, but we're going to take it another step further, and we're just going to do a, I think let's do a tab handler. Because that's kind of useful, you know? So let's do plugin components, add, call it tab handler. And we're going to do tab complete handler, press OK. Okay, so in our tab handler here, we're going to put an if statement. So if is equal, and the first object is going to be a method of class list, java.util.list, size, and this is going to be our command arguments. So if we have two command arguments, or one command argument, then we're going to do tab complete return and put that inside here. For the list, you're just going to want to write list, put that, plus, and we have a few commands. So we're going to insert a string. We're going to say set delay, insert another string, add message, another string, cast random, another string, insert string, reload, and another string, view all, and another string, which is remove message. So basically this is saying if I have wrote /ab, then the space bar, it's going to give me all of these as options to just press tab and complete the command. And so we're going to put an else statement. So if it is not equal to one argument, then we're going to write another if statement. And we're going to write Boolean logic. And we're going to write is equal, insert method, list, java.util.list, size, and then command arguments. And so if it is equal to 2, and it is equal to, and our command argument 0, so our first argument 0 is equal to set delay, so string set delay, then we are going to return another tab complete return. So grab that, put that inside, write list. And so if we've wrote /ab set delay, then let's just give them options here. So let's say set the delay to 5, set the delay to 10, and maybe set the delay to 30. But you can write any number. These are just options. And then let's write another else statement. So else, and we are going to write if statement, another Boolean logic, and is equal, And let's insert a method here that says java.util.list size of our command arguments. If it is 2 arguments and the first argument is equal to remove message, so that'll be command argument. Oh, whoops, not that one. If it is equal to command argument 0, so if command argument 0 is equal to string remove message, then we're going to do another tab complete return. I'll just copy this one, paste inside, and we're going to write 1, 2, or 3, because that's how many we have in the config by default. So yeah, that is the entire plugin. That is a working automatic broadcaster that loops every amount of minutes that you've put into the config or, you know, changed by your commands. And it's got tab completion. So I'm going to show you what it looks like in game. And yeah, so bear with me as I open up the game and I'll get right back to you. Actually, I just forgot. I haven't showed you plugin settings and build plugin yet. So let's go plugin settings. You can name your plugin. I'm going to call it Automatic Broadcaster. Version, you can put anything, but I'm just going to say 1.0. The description of your plugin will say automatically broadcast a random message from your config file every X amount of minutes. Authors, you can put your Minecraft name, that works, so I'll just say Mad Murdoch. And that's all you need. So then just exit out of there, press Ctrl S again, and then build your plugin. And you will see that it is successful, so just wait for it. It'll go down, doing its thing. And at the very end, you'll see build success right here. And that's good. So now we exit out. To find your plugin, click this, plugin settings, build, open folder, and you'll be brought to where your config is. Just press this back out button, and then press build, target. Do not take the one that says original. Take the other one. So Control C, copy that, and then paste it into your server plugins directory. So I will get back to you when I'm in game and I have put this in my plugins folder and started up the server. So now you see in your server that you've got this message here. It says make sure to vote for special rewards. And that is one of the messages that we put in our config. So let's see if our commands are working. So /AB, and there's all the message or command arguments you can choose from. Let's first do cast random and see what happens. So it sent a random message. Let's do another one. It sent a random message. So that's working. Let's do view all and see all the messages we have. So it has make sure to vote for special rewards, getting bored, find quests that spawn, ranks are automatically awarded the longer you play. So let's say we wanted to remove a message. So AB, remove message, and you've got the first message, which is this one, make sure to vote. Second one, getting bored. And third one is ranks are automatically awarded the longer you play. So let's get rid of the first one. Message at index number 1 was removed from config. Then let's do /AB view all. See, now it's only got the 2 messages. Getting bored, find quests at spawn. Ranks are automatically awarded the longer you play. So let's say we wanted to add a message. AB, add message, let's give it a color of ANSI, which is light red. And we'll say, holy lightning, geez. We're gonna say, you're a noob, bruh. And then we're gonna do /ab view all. And now it's got that in our config. So let's do /ab, we're gonna set the delay. Let's set it to 10 minutes. It updated to 10 minutes. So let's do /ab reload. And it'll automatically send the first message. And then 10 minutes later, it'll send another. And that is all working. That is the whole plugin right there. And I hope you guys enjoyed this little 2 episodes of creating an automatic broadcaster. And I'll see you guys hopefully in the next plugin development video, where we will start making a... we might do a lands claim. We might do land claiming. It's going to be a lot more advanced than this one. But yeah, we might get into that next. Hopefully you guys are excited for the next one, and I'll see you there. Thanks for watching. Peace out.